Hey guys, Cadin here. Sorry about the lack of videos lately. I haven't really had any ideas, but this new thing that has happened to the game has given me the perfect motivation to make a video that I've kind of been thinking about for a while, so let's get into it. So, Epic released a content update today that unvaulted the LMG, and yeah, it's pretty good. Just a little bit. I don't think it's it's just like it's good. Yeah, it's just good. Basically, what Epic did is they added the other three rarities of this weapon, reduced the mag size to 60, reduced the fire rate to 7, reduced the reload speed by about a second, greatly increased the accuracy, and added a little bit of recoil. On paper, these all sound like pretty good changes except the accuracy buff, but in practice, well, why don't I just show you? So, as you can see, the beginning recoil for this weapon is pretty strong, which is a very good thing. A weapon like this should have strong recoil to combat the length that you can fire it. However, that's not what Epic thought. So after about 2 seconds of firing, you have no recoil at all. Granted, the spread gets gradually bigger, but at that point your opponent would likely already be dead. I don't really understand what Epic has against adding recoil to weapons. It's not as scary as you guys think it is. Come on, just get over your fucking fear. Anyways, the LMG is only part of the problem that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Weapons like the LMG that have a high fire rate and a low time to kill are all part of what I and some of the community call the spray meta. Basically, the spray meta is a state of the game where SMGs and similar weapons are dominant, and if you're not using one, you're actively throwing the game. I believe the biggest example of this would be, Chapter 1, Season 5.
No building for you! Stop it!
And okay, thank you very much. What are you doing, young man? Whoa!
Yeah, I still have nightmares about that season. Notable contributors of the spray meta over the course of this chapter have been the MK and Stinger before this season, the combat, the drum shotgun, and now the LMG. With the game in a state like this, it's just not very fun to play, and this is coming from someone who has over 3,000 hours logged in the game. So, what can be done about this? Well, the obvious answer is to just nerf the aforementioned weapons, but I want to go a little bit deeper into that. First and foremost, I think the guy who's in charge of weapon balancing... Actually, no, I'm gonna look up this person's name. Give me a second. Alright, so I didn't get any names, but, whoever this person is, they need to be fired, effective immediately. That person is fucking terrible at their job. A fucking infant that hasn't developed their prefrontal cortex yet could do a better job than them. Once this person is rightfully replaced, there are a few ways that I believe that this situation can go. First off, we could just nerf and vault the prominent spray weapons accordingly. The LMG is easy, just make the recoil that it has last throughout the entire magazine, or keep its starting recoil and add slightly lesser recoil for the rest of the mag. The MK needs a bit of a recoil increase, and the Stinger needs its effective range cut in half. I already said what I'd do to the combat SMG in a different video, which you should watch if it's not outdated yet, and I just think the drum shotgun should be vaulted. I don't really see a version of this weapon that isn't overpowered, so I think that it would be fine just staying in the vault. Option 2 would be to buff the weapons that directly contrast the SMGs, the shotguns, but not the drum. Definitely not the fucking drum. The Ranger's kinda fine where it is right now. Maybe rebalancing it with a lower body damage and a higher headshot multi would be fine, but I don't exactly know how that would turn out. In terms of what I am certain about, I think the Striker Pump should have a slight fire rate increase, maybe about by like 0.05 or 0.1, and it should have its headshot multiplier increased to 2, or maybe slightly lower. The way that I see it, in order to not have a spray meta, we need to have one of two things. We need to have shotguns that are able to one-shot, or SMGs that are just really bad. Well, not really bad, I'd say more on the balance side, similar to how they were in Chapter 2, Season 4. If none of these requirements are met, then you have yourself a spray meta. And for the love of God, just make the auto shotgun not take 3 centuries to pull out. Like, Jesus Christ, it literally takes longer to pull out than a fucking heavy sniper. And to be honest, that's all I'd probably do to the auto. It's pretty decent as it is. The third and final option that I see available is a bit nuclear. Now, I've said this before, and I will say it again. If Epic does not want to do anything about the spray meta, then there is no reason that double pump should not be in the game, and I will stand by this opinion until the day that I die. Anyway, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about my takes and what you may or may not do differently. Thanks for watching, and remember...
Doa para bomba boogie.